Hey, if you're a lifelong golfer, you know the game changes. That perfect drive, well, it might be a few yards shorter now. That crisp iron shot feels a little harder to come by. But what if the secret to getting that feeling back isn't in your swing, but in the ball you're playing? Today, we're going to break down the Titleist Tour Soft and see why it just might be the perfect match for a more experienced player. So let me ask you a question. Are you looking to get a few of those lost yards back? Do you want a ball that feels buttery soft off the club face and gives you, way more command around the greens? If you're nodding your head right now, then you are in exactly the right place. Okay, so to understand why a ball like the Tour Soft even exists, we first have to talk about a very specific challenge, one that a whole lot of lifelong players know all too well. Yeah, these points probably look pretty familiar, right? As we get older, our swing speed just naturally starts to drop a bit. And that means less carry distance. We might not be as flexible, which can lead to less consistent contact. And all of this makes it incredibly tough to properly compress those really firm, high-performance balls that you see the pros using on TV. And that leads to such a crucial point. A lot of the time, the problem isn't you or your swing, it's the equipment. Tour-level balls are literally built for players with swing speeds over 100 miles per hour. So for many golfers over 60, playing that kind of ball is like trying to drive a nail with a rubber mallet. It's just the wrong tool for the job. So if playing a tour ball is like using the wrong tool, then what's the right one? Well, that's where a purpose-built solution comes into play, one that's designed from the ground up to solve these exact problems. And that solution is the Titleist Tour Soft. Now, it's so important to understand this. This isn't just some cheaper, watered-down version of a Pro V1. No way. It's a completely different piece of engineering, crafted from the ground up for a different kind of game. So how does it work? How did they do it? Let's get under the hood and take a look at the smart technology that makes this ball so effective for those moderate swing speeds. The magic of the Tour Soft really comes down to three key ingredients. It all starts with this huge, low-compression engine. That's the core, and it's built for pure distance. Then, that's wrapped in a special cover that's designed for a soft feel and control. And finally, a unique dimple pattern gives it a super stable, predictable flight through the air. Let's break each of those down. Let's start with that core and the most important concept here, compression. It's really just a measure of how much a ball squishes against the club face at impact. A lower number means the ball is softer, and because it's softer, it's way easier to compress, which is exactly what a player with a moderate swing speed needs to generate distance. The Titleist Tour Soft clocks in with a compression rating of 65. Now, to put that into perspective for you, a really firm tour ball like a Pro V1 is way up around 90. This number, 65, is the absolute sweet spot for golfers who swing somewhere between 70 and 90 miles per hour, which, let's be honest, describes a huge number of senior players. And what that compression rating creates is a feel that's really hard to find. A lot of so-called soft balls can feel kind of mushy or dead off the club, but the Tour Soft, it delivers this satisfying pop, a feeling of powerful energy transfer. It's soft for sure, but it absolutely does not feel slow. So that's the tech, but what does it all mean for your scorecard? Let's look at how this ball actually performs out there on the course, from the tee box all the way to the green. Okay, let's look at what this means for your clubs. Off the tee, that low compression core just activates so easily to give you more carry distance, and we're talking about real, usable yards. With your irons, that stable flight means you're going to see a higher launch that holds its line beautifully, even in a crosswind. And where it really counts, around the greens, that soft ionomer blend cover gives you the confidence to attack pins, knowing your pitch shots will check up and stop quickly. It really is true tee-to-green performance. All right, let's pull all this together. If you're standing in the golf shop trying to decide what to buy, what is the final verdict on the Tour Soft? So on the plus side, it's an absolute dream for swings under 90 miles per hour. It delivers fantastic feel and great control. But look, it's not for everyone. If you have a really fast swing, you'll still want a premium ball with a urethane cover. That's that gummy, expensive material that generates maximum greenside spin. This ball won't spin quite as much as a Pro V1, but for its target player, that blend of distance, feel, and control is a massive, massive win. You know, one of the reviews we analyzed just summed it up perfectly. They said, if you prioritize feel, control, and getting effortless distance without having to swing out of your shoes, then this ball is tough to beat. So we'll leave you with this question to think about.
Could something as simple as changing your golf ball be the key to making the game more enjoyable and maybe even a little more competitive again? For a lot of players out there, the answer just might